no guarantees there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I work constantly now.
So just in Baldur's Gate, I got to the Underdark at level 4.
Are you playing 3?
What? Yeah. Just like RIP my party.
Did you? Ooh.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. It's nice to see everybody today. I am Jared. I will be your dungeon master, and we're going to go around and do a quick little intro. Nuuli Forged is a 5th edition homebrew campaign setting. So if you have any questions, you can use the exclamation point command Nuuli or the exclamation point name for the characters, and it'll give you a little bit of info there. And it'll be great. So let's go around and everybody go ahead, introduce yourselves, introduce your character, and tell us today what would your character drink on a tropical island cruise? Let's start this week down with Adis.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Adis. And oh no, we've lost somebody.
Oh no.
My character would drink a Corona.
Ah.
Not really, because it's trash. You would catch Corona.
As long as it has a lime in it, it's fine.
Yeah, if it's the Corona with a lime.
Well, hopefully, we'll get Carolee back right quick. In the meantime, let's go ahead over to Grrrig. Amber, go ahead, introduce yourself, and what would you drink?
Cool. Hi, I'm Amber. I play Grrrig, the Goblin Artificer. I'm pretty sure that I would take a shine into that ginger beer stuff after a little bit, because it's like sweet and spicy at the same time.
Ooh. Fantastic. I like it. And Mike, this is going to be interesting. Go for it.
Will it though? Will it? So my name is Mike. I play Defect, the Warforged Barbarian, and I feel like if I'm staying true to Defect's character, I don't think he would drink. He wouldn't have a drink. But in the spirit of having fun with this, and I would say perhaps a screwdriver.
That is perfect. I love it immensely. And moving on over to Matt. Over here.
Yo, sorry, my screen just flashed. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Spoot, the Chortle Cleric. I don't know whose name I'm sitting above in the Twitch stream right now, because I'm sure that
Oh no,
camera's off,
I fixed it, so you're above your name.
Oh, that's cool. I think, I don't know, Spoot might have a pina colada. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Ah, fantastic.
With a little umbrella.
A pina colada for Spoot. Sounds great.
Awesome. So our internet just decided to give up.
Awesome. Well, luckily we have you back, so that's great.
Well, you're back on my phone at the moment, so that's going to be super exciting.
All right. Well, we'll roll with it. It'll be what it be. I've got it. Asked in chat. Does Spoot like getting caught in the rain?
He does.
Being a turtle, he finds it quite refreshing, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just rolls off his back.
But
very well. So, Sarah, go ahead, introduce yourself, who you're playing, and we would like to know what drink your character would have in a tropical cruise setting.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Carolee, the half-elf druid. And Carolee in the tropics really likes pina coladas.
Ah, so you can drink right along with Spoot.
Yes.
There you go. Great minds.
Well, that is fantastic.
For the record, I didn't come on in time to hear his answer, so.
That's true. That's true.
That's totally okay. Great. Well, let's dive in, shall we? Last week, our intrepid adventurers began their adventure fighting a group of Yuan Ti and barely but successfully managing to defeat them and capturing the heart of their intended prey, a Yuan Ti Malison that had two big snakes where arms would normally be. Continuing on, they made camp for the evening. Oh, we lost her again.
Oh, well.
Cool.
Hey!
Oh, here she comes. All right. Continuing on, they made camp for the evening and successfully made it through the night despite having some trinkets stolen, which they successfully recovered from some elemental shenanigan makers, and had actually a couple encounters with some elementals, including the next morning as they were walking through the wasteland that is the Snakelands. An entire group of winged creatures seemingly made out of dust and sand, chanting to give them their stuff. Adis decided to fling some gold into a far away area and distract the creatures. The greedy things flew away towards it, and the party ran off, leaving them in the dust. Unintended. And that is where we will pick up our story. You all have run about 300 feet further into the desert, into the Snakelands, in this wasteland that is all sand and rocks, and there's a few like weird kind of blue purpley cacti or like desiccated trees or skeletons of some long buried thing running around, small little animals, larger things. It's very much the wasteland desert of like every post-apocalyptic Western scenario. That is pretty much the scene that you are looking at as you walk around.
A large horde of cars driving off in the distance.
Oh, Patty Cakes, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So anyway, you have all been moving through this desert based on the last nature check. You guys have been, or survival check rather, you have been traveling through the desert down, kind of facing to the southwestern area, trying to climb off the side of a ridge, missing a few things, or a few what seem to be scary options. Adis is successfully, with Spoot's help, able to avoid a couple of things. But now you have come to a decision to make. The ridge that you have been traveling along gives you two options. One leads down and to the west, and one leads down and directly south. And it is up to you to make that decision. Looking out to the west, Adis, why don't you go ahead, give us a perception check. Okay, with a 16, Adis, you can see that to the west, the amount of loose sand begins to disappear and it becomes more rocky and almost like magma, except it doesn't have that kind of ribbony look to it. What you can see to the south is more of a rocky, sandy continuation of a similar landscape. You just see those occasional big blue cacti looking things out and about. So it is up to you which direction you will go.
You said the one that goes to the west is more rocky and the one that goes to the south is more sandy?
Correct.
Do I see any tracks that I could possibly follow?
Go ahead, make a survival check to see that.
Oof.
You do not see any tracks, unfortunately, with a natural 1.
You can't even see your own tracks.
I got some sand in my eye, guys.
Yeah, it's a little windy. The sand is picked up. You have to block your way. But it is, and it's kind of rocky where you are as well. So it is up to you.
Is there anything recognizable around us compared to like the little map that they gave us?
Well, they never actually gave you a map. What they gave you was generic directions and a few visual landmarks to look out for. You all know those, so Grrrig, if you want to make a perception check
Yeah, I'll do
to
that
see
too.
one of those, you can go ahead and do it.
That is only a 7.
With a 7, you don't see any of the landmarks, but then you've kind of been looking at other weird things around. Like, these blue cacti are weird. They seem to be far apart from one another, as though they're probably competing for resources and water and such.
What happens when I poke one?
Well, when you poke one...
That seems like a bad idea.
Roll for initiative.
Actually, when you walk within 30 feet of one, yeah. Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Then what happens is one of the arms that you thought was just cactus arms swings around and reaches out and wraps itself around you and has grappled you. And you are restrained. And it begins pulling you towards it.
30 feet.
Yep. I'm going to need everyone to roll some initiative here in just a moment, because I wasn't expecting you to jump right in like that.
Whoops. That's all right. I'll re-roll that 9. No worries.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll be great.
What?
You're going for me.
Tanner and I are getting...
again.
Woohoo! Don't worry, you're all.
That's all right. These don't count. These aren't real. He hasn't got the thing up yet, so well, yeah. These are fake bishops.
Yeah, quit rolling.
Guidance. Everyone gets guidance.
And you. Oh my gosh. All I wanted to do was look at the cactus.
This reminds me of a character I played once.
I just like to look at things.
Yeah, he poked something once and then we almost died.
Yeah.
Nice.
I could have told you poking the thing was going to be a bad idea.
Well,
gotta be true to character, though.
This happens sometimes in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. So
Sometimes
it's okay.
Sometimes they poke back.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't even make it to poking it, let's be clear. All I did was turn toward
That's
it.
true. 30 feet away is not in poking range. For
No.
you,
True.
maybe
That
for
is-
the cactus.
Cactus.
Clearly for the cactus.
Yeah. It's like one of the things like shot out, and Grrrig, as you are being pulled in towards it, you can see that it's got a large toothy maw that has opened up, and it's got one big eye that has opened up in its side.
Oh, good. It's going to eat you.
And it is pulling you towards it. So everybody, go ahead, give me those initiative rolls, if you would be so kind.
Do you want us to play fair and use the one we used?
I have Spoot, Adis, and Grrrig.
Okay.
So everyone else can select their token and roll initiative.
Unless somebody gets higher than a 16, I think Grrrig is going to get eat.
Everyone roll under 10. We're doing great.
Yep. We were taken by surprise. It's not our fault.
Totally.
I keep rolling total shit, and I can't get into.
Okay.
They're not.
We'll give you a courtesy 4.
I've rolled a 3, a 4, and a 1. So...
I will take your first roll, which I believe with your dex.
I think it's a 5.
Oh yeah, I get a +2 on my initiative.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
Great, cool. So that gives you a total of 5.
I can see the character sheet. It just won't talk to Roll20 because apparently there's no internet in my house.
Oh, awesome. Great. Well, indeed. With that, everybody,
Hi, Greek.
the first thing that happens is Grrrig, you are indeed pulled towards this big blue-purple plant monster, which, just so everybody can get a good look at it.
Oh, that's delightful.
Yeah, all these tendrils have like shot out. You thought they were spines, but they just ejected, and now they're all up in your grill. So it pulls you towards it, and it's going to attempt to bite you, Grrrig. That is a 15 to hit.
I'm going to shield,
You are currently restrained.
so I can't do anything.
Yeah, I believe when you are restrained, well, maybe you can.
No,
Maybe just
attack would be at disadvantage. She can still do things.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yep, you would just have disadvantage on attack rolls. So yeah, you can totally.
Boom. A shield.
All
No
right.
biting.
All right. So you cast your shield, and this arcane wall puts up around you, and the teeth gnash on it like, and they are sharp and pointy and look like they would have hurt a lot.
Does the bubble emanate from her and then release her from the tendrils? And so
No, it just seems to block the teeth. So she is still, or they are still grappled by the thing. Yep. Ooh, look at that. And another tendril whips out towards Defect. That is an 18 to hit.
Unfortunately, that hits.
Okay. Another tendril has grappled you, Defect.
How? What? He's 45 feet away.
Yep. He
And
is.
reach.
So you are currently restrained as well. And it pulls you 25 feet towards it.
Aha!
Mhm.
I wanted the whole time.
Can I?
Fell into your trap.
Would I be, if he's pulling him away from the Defect was within 5 feet? Can I do an AOP on the tendril?
Yeah, you can. Go for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, a 20 hits it. Go ahead, do some damage. All right, for 5 piercing damage, you slash at it, and you do cut it deeply, but it doesn't chop off the tendril, and the tendril keeps reeling Defect in. However, with that, it is now Defect's turn.
All right. So being restrained, I can't move. So what I'll do is action try to pull the tentacle off of
If
Yeah.
tendril.
Yep, so go ahead, make an athletics check to escape the tendril.
If you rage first, you have advantage on athletics.
I'm sorry, you said I am in
Yeah,
range of you? So
No. So it is got you restrained. So its tentacle is wrapped around you. If you want to break that, then you can make an athletics check to break the grapple.
I was just saying, if you rage, you have advantage on athletics.
okay, thank you. So yes, bonus, I will rage.
Yeah.
And then athletics. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Did not really help.
You go to try to bust on out of there, and it's just wrapped itself so tightly around you that you're struggling. You just, you can't quite get out of it. So that is your turn, Defect. Spoot, it is your turn. You have seen a tendril whip out, manage to somehow wrap around Defect and start pulling him towards him. Meanwhile, Grrrig has been pulled towards this thing's mouth and has attempted to chomp on to Grrrig already.
Well, this is escalated quickly. Obviously, I don't want to get too close. So I'm going to hide behind Kirli. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to say,
Oh yes, the
Kirli.
other meat shield.
yes. Kirli, I don't know if you can turn into something bigger, but in the meantime, maybe you should hide behind me. I'm going to step in front of her, and then I'm going to try to cast some Sacred Flame at the cactus.
All right. It will make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm hoping it's a cactus, and it fails.
Indeed, it is very much a cactus, and it just kind of blasts into it, taking the full 6 radiant damage.
I'm aiming for its eye.
You did more than 3 damage.
Yeah.
I know,
Good
because it
job.
can't move.
I
When you
mean, there's that.
target.
Patty Cakes, thank you. It's always great to see some TPC love up in here, so thanks for showing up. Spoot, is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm just going to turn around and cast guidance on Kirli, just for good measure. Don't know if she needs it, but just in case.
All right.
I definitely need it.
Take this.
Is guidance a bonus action? Because you've already cast a spell.
You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, it's not. Shoot. In that case, no. No more turn.
All right. That brings us to Grrrig.
Cool. Great. I guess I will attempt to escape.
Yep, go
may
ahead.
I use...
You can use either
Okay.
athletics or acrobatics to escape.
Okay. I shall acrobat. It is only a 9.
Yeah, it's wrapped tight around you, and you're wriggled in there. You cannot escape the grasp of this thing, and its mouth is right up on you.
Cool. Well, that's good.
Hot.
That's my life now.
Okay. Adis, it is your turn. You can see Grrrig and both them and Defect struggling against the tendrils of these things. You were able to hurt the tendril, you noticed, but it didn't quite do it. It looks like you carved about halfway through it. But yeah, that's all you got, and Grrrig is right in its mouth.
I'm going to move down slightly because I think... How high is this rock?
It's about 3 feet.
Not
Well, I'm 6 feet, so I can see over it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, then I'm going to shoot the tendril that is holding Defect, because that one's almost done.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you line up and shoot right in. Go ahead, do some damage.
11 force.
Oh yeah, with that your arrow pierces the remaining part of the tendril, blasting through it. Defect is no longer restrained from the tendril.
yay!
Yay! And then after that, I'll just yell to Defect, "Go get Grrrig!"
All right.
He still has no active conditions.
Well, he was restrained.
Back
That brings us to Carly.
Yeah, it sure does. I got a whole lot of not much I can do here from where I'm hiding.
Shoot it! Oh,
Can you talk to it?
You see Grrrig is pretty much being chewed on. If not for their arcane shield, they would probably be very chomped right now.
Talk to it, Kirli. Tell it to stop.
Do we think it might speak Sylvan?
You have no idea. You can certainly try.
Speak cactus. You're a druid.
I will allow you to do a quick nature check here, Carolee, based on what you are wondering.
Cool. Let me work on figuring out how to do that. I've got a +1 to my nature, and I still have no bloody internet. Let's try that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, with a 14, you are able to figure out that this is no natural creature. This is not an actual plant. This is something that is camouflaging itself as a plant. As a weird, large, twisted, giant, spiny cactus.
Blue
thing.
cactus.
Yeah, it is very disconcerting.
there's still no internet. Sorry, yelling at other people and
Fix the internet.
fix it. Making me crazy.
It's the only thing this year that's keeping us alive is the internet.
Really, seriously. Huh.
And Grubhub.
You carrying anything metal there, Grrrig?
You'll melt me!
Yeah, I know that was a bad idea. I've got nothing to throw at it that's not going to hurt you.
You did notice that Adis was able to destroy the tendril that was holding on to Defect.
Right. I have nothing I can throw at this that's not going to hurt Grrrig as much, probably more than the cactus.
I mean, it's up to you. You can also choose to pass your turn if you don't want anything. You can hold an action.
You can be the boar.
Oh yeah, I could be something big.
You could.
I think the boar's big enough. I lost my bestiary. Yeah, boars seem fairly. I've got boar or camel. I can't look at any of them.
Okay. So you want to be a boar?
I think I want to be a boar. That would seem to work well for me. It's got hit points.
All right.
It's big. It's resistant to things.
That is true.
I can't call it up at all because
If you're a camel, then Adis can jump on your back and be Legolas.
Oh my god.
This is true. The camel is rideable, and it isn't. This is its natural environment.
I grew up
There
in
you go.
I've never ridden a camel.
It's
Not that
hard.
different, right?
Sit between the humps. What can go wrong?
That's what she said.
I believe a boar has an 11 armor class and something like 11 hit points. Is that true?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Great.
I am trying desperately to find anything useful.
No problem. Great.
Monsters. There we go.
Well, here you are. You are now a boar.
Hooray! I love being a boar.
Wonderful. So you have used your bonus action to transform into a boar. What else will you do, Carolee? Or is that what you're going to do?
I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, great.
I don't think I can do anything else unless I get too close to the damn thing, and I don't want to.
All right.
That's valid. It's very awful. I don't like it.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't have anything I can help you with. Everything
Charge!
I can
Okay, it is now the creature's turn. It lashes out a tendril towards Defect.
Again.
That is a 9 to hit. However, another one quickly sweeps in. That is a 24 to hit.
Ooh.
Got nothing.
Uh,
All right.
So, Defect, you are restrained yet again. And it then pulls you closer to the waiting maw as it attempts to bite Grrrig once more.
Shield. Well,
That-
no, I'll wait to hear if it hits.
Okay, that would be a 10 to hit.
Okay, good.
So it attempts to chomp you, but you manage to wiggle your feet out of the way.
Cool.
I'm just going to check something right quick. Another tendril whips out
Oh my god.
towards Adis.
Reach.
Okay, well, this
That's
is where
a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
All right.
Trying not to be that close.
Yep, you are within its range, unfortunately.
Its range seems to be quite large.
It is, actually. And you are also pulled 25 feet closer to it, Adis. And right now, it's got Grrrig right up towards its mouth. It's trying to bite them, but it just can't quite get there. It's got Defect kind of waving around in the air next to it. And with that, Defect, it is your turn.
This is perfect because it's right where I want it to be.
You have already raged, correct?
I am raging. Yep.
All right, cool.
And I will say to the plant, "Hey, leave Grrrig alone."
Okay.
Very intimidating.
It's a leaf, and it's a plant.
Yeah.
You're all weak, folks.
But
Anyway,
Thank you for coming to Nuuli Forged, everybody. We've been canceled.
anyways, with my action, I will actually try to free Grrrig from the tendrils.
Okay.
So will I use my athletics for her, or for Grrrig, or my strength check?
So there's a couple ways you could do this. I will allow you to use your whole action to attempt to free Grrrig, but it will be at disadvantage. Or you can attempt to attack Grrig's tendril. The choice is yours. Either way, it's a disadvantage because you're restrained.
Gotcha.
However, breaking out of your tendril would not be a disadvantage.
Gotcha. I will attack the tendril that is lashed onto Grrrig.
Okay, great. Go for it.
And I will use my reckless attack. So that should put me at a straight roll.
Correct. Yep.
And so with my great axe, that's just an 11.
An 11 does not hit. The tendril wiggles you, pulls you away as you go to strike at it. It's already lost one tendril, so it's wise to your trickeries.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, Spoot, it is your turn. You see more and more of your friends being dragged towards this horrible thing.
I'm going to turn back to Kirli, the boar, and say, Kirli, I don't know if you should charge it and distract it, or if we should keep our distance and try some ranged attacks. And with that, I'm going to bonus.
We're in range anyway.
Yeah, maybe we should step back. I'm gonna bonus action Shield of Faith on Grrrig.
Okay.
Ooh.
To give them a little extra boost. Hopefully they don't get eaten.
Awesome.
And then I am going to oh, that stinks, the whole bonus action double spell roll. Okay.
You could cast a cantrip as an action, remember?
It's true, but the cantrip's range is significantly less. Yeah, hang on, let me check something.
Well, your cantrip's range is 30 feet, right?
60.
Okay. So,
great. I'm going to take a step back and cast Sacred Flame.
All right. Cool. So it will make another dexterity saving throw. It rolls a 0.
Because it's a cactus.
Because it's a cactus, or a cactus-looking thing. And it takes 4 points of damage. Bam.
All right. More than 3. More than 3.
Yep. That brings us to Grrrig.
Cool. I am going to scream and cast Thunderwave.
Ooh, nice. Go for it.
DC 13 deck.
Constitution save.
I mean, yeah, con, sorry. Wrong.
It rolls a 15.
That sucks. It still takes half.
All right, so it takes 3 points of thunder damage.
And so would the tentacle.
Good to know.
Anything within range of that cube.
All right, cool. So yeah, there are some things that have happened. You release this cacophonous sound, and it seems to hold its ground, however. So,
Cool.
It's still there. Adis.
That was fun.
You are ensorcelled by this tentacle.
I'm what?
You are restrained by this tentacle. You have been wrapped by it. Yes, I used ensorcelled wrongly. Go for it.
Encircled.
Encircled. That's what I was shooting for.
Yes.
You meant what you knew.
Excellent.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire,
Ah.
and I think it's a 20-foot cube.
Mm-hmm. It makes a dex save?
Yeah, and I'm gonna make it so like it makes the tentacle untrapped by hand.
It rolls a natural 20 for a total of 19.
I don't cast Fairy Fire.
But I guess that means that Grrrig and Defect were also in that range?
It doesn't hit allies if I don't want it to.
Does it not? I thought it was every creature. Okay, cool.
No. This isn't Baldur's Gate 3.
Doesn't it use 5e rules though?
Yeah,
Never mind.
I think it's a bug.
Ah!
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast.
Oh, it's really?
Yep.
Well, then we should retcon our entire campaign.
That's okay. We'll just go with it moving forward. It's fine.
Well, sorry guys. Dex save throws. Come on.
However, I will have allowed you to cast it where you only targeted the roper, because you would have known how your spell works.
Oh, okay.
Cool. But it succeeded anyway. But the rocks around it are glowing, so that's nice.
I get distracted by these shiny rocks.
Yeah. Carolee, it is your turn. You are a boar. Oh, looks like Carolee has had to run away, so we will come back to her. The creature is going to... Oh, we are.
Sorry.
It's no problem.
Trying to reboot the router again because everything is terrible. All right, I've got my character sheet back, which helps.
Awesome. So you are currently a boar,
Yes.
and it is your turn.
And also a boar.
And your friends are being pulled closer towards this horrible, horrible thing.
I couldn't help it, I'm sorry.
And as a boar, I can't cast any spells. This was perhaps not the...
It's true, but you have seen that the tendrils are able to be destroyed.
Sure.
So you could go attack the one around Adis if you
I
want.
was going to say, I'm going to rush the one that is, I'm rushing between Adis and the thing, so I'm catching the tentacle between him and the thing.
Sure.
Because if I run straight at it with my tusk, it takes extra damage and needs to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet.
Go ahead, run on up and move your token on up there and make your attack.
Right, here we go. This is where I point out the touchscreen is not the ideal way to play this game.
Yep. Sorry. I'm sorry your life sucks right now.
No problem.
No, at all.
So what is your speed as a boar?
40 feet.
Cool.
Which I think
yeah. So I will move your boar for you.
Thank you.
So you get right to there, charging up on it. Oh, that's a natural one. So unfortunately, you run up and try to charge, but it goes low and it trips you, and you end up falling prone as a boar. Oh, bad rolls.
Awesome.
Okay. The creature will now go. It will attempt to bite Grrrig yet again. That is a 26 to hit Grrrig.
Okay, I will shield.
Yeah, you do have the +2 from the Shield
It's
of
still
Fae.
only a 17.
Okay, so then do you want to use the spell slot or no?
Ah, fudgesicles. I think it's going to kill me is the problem. Yeah, I do want to use the spell slot. Fuck it. I
Okay.
shield.
All right. So what does that bring your total to? Your total armor class? 22?
17 plus 5. Oh, is
So-
that not enough still? Yeah, you're right.
It hit a 26.
It hit a 26. Okay, I would have done that math.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I won't make you
Cool,
have
sorry.
spent that. No problem.
Yeah, I die.
Yeah, you all see as this large maw, larger than Grrrig themselves, just finally getting into Grrrig for 24 points of damage.
I'm dead.
Grrrig has been knocked unconscious.
And eaten.
Well, definitely a bite has been taken out of them, so that is definitely something that has occurred.
That's gonna be hard to fix.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. A tendril whips out towards the prone boar. That is a 17 to hit.
I'm pretty sure it does, but let me double check. Oh yeah, that definitely
Yeah,
hits.
so it grabs you, and it pulls Adis towards it. And Spoot is safe. So yeah,
Save us, Spoot! Save us!
yeah. So that is its turn, which brings us to Defect.
This is not good. This is not good.
Yeah,
So
you have seen Grrrig has been bitten by this thing. Their limp body now in the tendril bleeding out. You're still restrained by this tendril.
Are you feeling reckless?
Yeah. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna take care of the tendril that's wrapped around me.
So go ahead. Oh yeah. Oh right. It's a disadvantage because you are restrained. So.
I'm raging, so.
Oh, did you do reckless?
Yeah, but I'm also raging.
He's reckless and raging.
Yeah. So it's just a straight roll then, which means the
Okay.
which means the 22 does hit the tendril. And with 13 points of slashing damage, you cut straight through the tendril. No problem. You are no longer restrained.
Whew. All right. And so that's my action. I don't want to move. Can't really do anything else. So, end of my turn, right?
Okay. Great. In that case, we will move on to Spoot. You have seen Grrrig been bit, and you have seen Defect manage to free himself.
I'm gonna quickly whisper some healing word to Grrrig. Although after I did that, I realized maybe I should have waited till they weren't trapped anymore.
But great. Grrrig regains 5 hit points and is no longer unconscious.
And I'm gonna try to yell to them, guys, if you get free, run! I can't get any closer. And I'm gonna try to target the tentacle that is grabbing Grrrig.
Yeah, go for it.
My Sacred Flame in all its 3-point glory.
At least you're consistent.
It had 3 points on it before, at least.
He got 4 before.
Yeah, it rolls a 0.
Again, yay!
So, yeah, 3 points of damage done to the tendril. You see a big burn spot starting to burn through. It looks like all it needs is one solid hit in that tendril to release Grrrig.
I'm gonna tell Defect to Strike the tendril, defect.
Grrrig, it is your turn.
Cool.
You are conscious, and you can see the tendril that you are in has taken damage both from your attack and from Spook's.
Cool. I will just try to wiggle and hit it with my dagger.
All right.
It is only a 12.
12, unfortunately. You can't quite get in there because you're so wrapped around it. You're bleeding out.
Cool. That's my life.
Yeah. Adis, it is your turn. You have been pulled up to this thing. You saw it tear into Grrrig. But you can see that they're almost out of that tendril, if it can just be damaged a little bit. But you also have a tendril around yourself.
Still gonna slash at Grrig's tendril.
All right, go for it.
And we're gonna use the planar warrior.
All right.
But not with a 7.
Oh, 7 will not hit, unfortunately. Moving on to Carolee. Carolee.
I heard you.
Oh, great. Carolee, in your boar form, you have a tendril wrapped around you.
I'm going to attempt to stab it with a tusk and get free.
All right, go for it. Make your attack at disadvantage. So roll 2d20 and take the lower result.
Yep. $16.
What's the plus on the attack?
Oh, you ask hard questions.
I know.
5.
3.
3?
Plus 3 to hit.
You managed to like scratch it, but it doesn't seem to have done any real damage.
With a... You mean with a 19 it doesn't hit?
Correct.
Oof.
The tendrils appear to be very tough, dense, fibrous muscle. So a 19 doesn't quite get through it.
And here we thought the snake people were the hard part.
Yeah.
It was only a cactus.
Yep. Next, the creature
Plant life, for God's sake.
sends a tendril towards Defect. That's a 25 to hit. So Defect is re-tendrilled.
I'm sorry. Are these tendrils just? Is there just an infinite amount of them, or are they reforming?
The ones that you have destroyed are not reforming. You don't know how many it's got. Well, actually, I will say make a perception check real quick, Defect, for me, because you're right next to it. Great. So with a 17, you are able to realize that this tendril that has wrapped around you is the last tendril that it has.
Okay.
But so it has wrapped around you. It is then going to try to take a bite out of you.
Yep.
That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
For what would be 32 points of piercing damage, reduced to 16 because of your rage.
He can't be tasty.
Yeah, it rolled almost max damage on that one.
Long rest, guys.
Right.
It then just kind of pulls Carolee in boar form closer to it. And that is what it does this turn. Defect, it is your turn.
I'm sorry, remind me, is Grrrig still wrapped up by this thing as well?
Yes, and their tendril is the one that has the most damage to it.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Grrrig.
Alright, make your attack at disadvantage, unless you want to do Reckless.
I will do Reckless again.
Okay. So it's a straight roll.
Yep. Oh, man.
Oh
gee.
no. With a natural 1, You end
You
up
chop off my arm.
You end up missing Grrrig and the tendril entirely, swinging down, hitting your own leg for 1 point of slashing damage. And with that, we go to Spoot. Spoot, you see your friends all being pulled towards this gaping maw. What will you do? You're muted, Spoot. There
So
you go.
long, guys. I guess I'm gonna head back and go meet up with Mies. He's probably wondering where we are. Boy, this is not good. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to hit Grrig's tendril with the old sacred flame.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh boy.
Hey.
All right. It rolled a 1, so it takes 3 points of damage, and with that, the tendril breaks. That was just enough to break Grrig's tendril. Grrrig is no longer restrained.
Run!
Anything else on your turn, Spoot?
Not at the moment. Who was all grabbed? Everyone. Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
Not at the moment. No.
All right. That brings us to Grrrig. Grrrig, you have been freed from the tendril.
Awesome. I am going to bonus action disengage because I am tiny. And I'm going to GTFO all 60 feet of my movement
Yeah.
and dash.
Yeah, you run. Yeah,
Ah,
you just book it on out
plants!
of there. Well done, Grrrig.
Grrrig will not eat a
Louise.
vegetable anymore.
Say it again.
I said Grrrig won't even eat a vegetable anymore.
No.
Forever mistrusting of plant life.
Forever.
They were from a city, so these are weird things.
Exactly.
Adis, that brings us to you. You have seen that Grrrig managed to get out of their tendril and scamper off.
Oh, you're not attacking?
I had to use my dash to get far
They
enough away.
disengaged.
Oh.
And double action to move.
Yep.
Otherwise, out of the frying pan into the fire.
I would like to try to hit it with my short sword, even though it's not going to happen.
Cool. And just remember, you can also try to escape the grapple. Like, that is an option that you all have.
Yes, for it to grab me again.
I'm just saying. Yeah, go ahead. Make an attack against the tendril. A 10 will not hit, however. Your short sword glances off of the thick veininess of this creature. That brings us to Cairly as a boar.
Yeah. I guess I'm I guess I'm just going to attempt to whack it with my tusk again because
The tendril?
at least I'm not taking any damage.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead, roll. Oh wow.
63 is another 19.
Yeah, so close. But yeah, you scratch it again, but it's just not doing the damage that you had hoped it was. Next up is the creature. All it's going to attempt to do this turn is try to bite Defect again. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
That's a double natural 20.
Oh no.
This goes to show how much 2020 sucks.
Yeah, so it would be 39 points of damage, but because you are raging, it is reduced to 19 points of damage.
That's all.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, it is very good that you are raging and resistant to piercing damage right now.
Right?
I thought you were about to say it would be 39, but doubled. And I was like,
Because it's, yeah.
No. But Defect, this thing bites into you. It is now your turn. It hurt a lot. Like, it got deep into things you didn't know you had.
I see. I am going to attack the tendril that's wrapped around me.
Go for it.
Reckless attack.
Great. It's a straight roll.
Yep. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh no!
Oh.
Once again, after that bite, you're just a little woozy, and you take 3 points of slashing damage, reduced to 1 because of your rage. All right, and that brings us to Spoot. Spoot, you can see Defect just had a big old bite taken out of him, and he looks in really rough shape. And there's 3 tendrils around your 3 friends.
Mm-hmm. Great. It's all going according to plan. That's how I saw the day. I cannot afford to have Defect go down, so I need to... I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm ready on my next turn to drop the boar and cure him.
Okay, so target tendril holding Defect. I'm casting Guiding Bolt.
A 19, your spell ricochets off of the tendril. It just wiggles out of the room or wiggles out of the way and just barely misses it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think I really am going to abandon these guys. Sorry. See you in the next character.
Anything else, Spoot?
Nope.
Okay. That brings us to Grrrig.
Cool. Fuck this guy. Pull out Chomper.
Yeah.
And Chomper is gonna Force Ballista. The main creature, 15. 12 force damage.
A 15 will
If it
not
hits.
hit.
Okay.
It
Cool.
goes a little wide. It kind of wiggles its body just out of the way.
Cool. Great.
All right.
Cool.
Adis, it is your turn.
Gonna attempt to smack it.
The tendril or the creature?
The tendril.
All right,
Both.
Go for it.
I don't know if like my arms are restrained. I don't even think I could reach that far.
Finally.
A 14 will not hit, unfortunately.
I was like finally awake.
Yes, restrained attacks are a disadvantage. Carolee, it is your turn.
Yep, I'm gonna drop the boar and cast Cure Wounds on Defect, who I believe I can reach because he's adjacent to me.
I would say, yeah, you could reach Defect.
So he gets a whopping 9 hit points back.
Great. I'll take it. That's gonna be clutch.
And I'm no longer a boar because I can't cast spells as a boar.
Yep.
What's the chance that in my mass change there I might have wiggled out of that tendril?
No, it just restricted itself around your body.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Good try, though.
Very much so.
Because there's a significant mass change there and shape change.
Yeah. Next up is the creature. It is going to attempt to bite Defect once more. That is an 18 for what would be 10 points of piercing damage, but reduced to 5 because of your rage.
All right. I'm still up.
And that is all the creature can do, because it has no other tendrils to set flying at people, and everybody's reeled up close to it.
And this is why I'm glad I didn't use Healing Word.
So, Defect, it is your turn.
Right. Again, reckless attack and great axe. God, oh God, don't roll a 1.
That is a
Oh,
24.
thank God.
You
One.
slash through the
Thank
tendril.
goodness for recklessness.
Right.
You slash through the tendril. It's just barely hanging on.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's it.
Because, Grrrig, when your Thunderwave hit it, you hit it for, it would have been 3 points of damage, right?
Yeah. Either
Yeah.
3 or 4. The full was 7. I forget
So
whether
yeah,
you
so
round
it
up
would
or
have been
not.
reduced to 3.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just barely hanging on, but it still got you defect. Spoot, you can see the tendril that is wrapped around defect, is cut and slashed and burned, and it's got bruises all over it. It looks to be in very bad shape. What are you going to do?
Sacred Flame. Of course.
Okay.
Duh. Hopefully it only has 1 point of health left.
It rolls a 1 on its dexterity saving throw.
Burn, baby, burn.
And you ping it for a little bit of radiant damage, but that radiant damage is enough to tear the tendril apart. Defect is no longer restrained.
Yay!
Does Defect attack it before it does? No.
No. But it is now Grrig's turn. Unless you wanted
Cool.
to do anything else, Spoot. Okay. Grrrig.
Great. I am going to do my firebolt for 1 at the tentacle that is holding Adis, because Adis is next, I believe, in my brain.
Great.
It is only a 12.
Yep. It goes wide and doesn't quite land.
Copy that. Force Ballista will target the same, but it rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
Jeez Louise.
The Force Ballista backfires and takes a point of damage.
That's sad. Poor baby.
Next.
Does it have like 2 legs and it just like falls backward?
One leg twitching in the air. It just got it got a little excited. It was just a little premature launching. It happens to all of us. It's okay. Grrrig, it is end of your turn. Adis, it is your turn.
Gonna try to smack the tentacles.
Yeah, go for it. Oof. Yeah, you just can't get the right angle with your short sword. It's got you wrapped up. You're trying to carve at it, but so far no luck. Carolee, it is your turn. You are still restrained by this creature.
Cool. It is wisdom. Okay, great. I'm gonna, I guess, whack it with my shillelagh, since that's what I've got.
Are you whacking the tentacle?
The tentacle, yes.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm working.
And
Gotta re-enter all these things because I'm stupid at the moment. But with the shillelagh, I get to add my wisdom modifier to it.
to the damage, right? Well, you're proficient, so yeah, you would get to it. Yeah, so a 16 does not hit, unfortunately.
It's not gonna help though.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a magical weapon, and
Right.
I can.
Yeah.
So it's +5 to hit, but it does not help me.
Right. Yeah. No. And it would have been a disadvantage anyway. So a 16's not going to hit. The creature is up next.
Wish I could get back online.
Okay. It pulls Adis towards the mouth and attempts to bite Adis. However, with advantage, that is a 12 to hit. And
Yay!
Adis manages to duck his head in and avoid being chomped by the creature.
And he's probably tastier than Defect was.
Yep. But it has no other tendrils, so Defect, it is your turn.
Okay, so what I would like to do is attack the tendril that is wrapped around Adis.
Okay, go for it.
And I'll again use reckless.
Yep. Make your attack at advantage.
Nat 20, nat 20.
Come on, baby.
A 15 does not hit. The tendril whips out of the way of your giant axe.
I don't know, something tonight, guys.
Spoot, it is your turn.
Okay.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What do? We swim, swim.
I'm going to attempt guiding bolt on the creature's main person.
All right. An 18 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Grrrig, it is your turn.
Okay, repeat. Firebolt on the tentacle that is holding Adis. Hey, a 22 will hit.
That definitely hits, yeah.
4 damage.
All right. A big gout of flame shoots out from your hammer and burns a part of the tendril out, and you can see bits of the weird blue purpley flesh kind of drop away. The tendril's looking rough.
All right. I'm going to have Force Bliss to do the same thing. You can do it, Chomper. It's only a 17.
17 does not hit, unfortunately. Adis,
Bollocks.
it is your turn.
Just gonna now try to hit the part that Grrrig shot with the firebolt with my short sword.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Attack's still a disadvantage, though. You are still restrained.
Double 12.
Double 12, unfortunately. Yeah, your wrist is like being bashed against the tendrils, so it doesn't quite give you the leverage. Carely, it is your turn.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I guess I'm gonna attempt to whack the tendril and attempt to get the one that's holding me. Attempt to get free.
Yeah, go for it.
Apparently that doesn't want to work. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. That
oh yeah, that will miss.
Yep.
All right. Next up, the creature. It is actually going to attempt to bite Defect, because Defect is in range and Defect is slashing at it. However, that is a 17 to hit.
However, that is a hit.
Oh. And that would be 26 points of piercing damage reduced to 13.
Yeah, and with that, Defect is...
Oh. All right. It reaches out and kind of bites into Defect. Wow, look at that. And Defect goes down on the ground. Defect, it is your turn. I need you to make a strength... I'm sorry, I need you to make a death saving throw.
That's fair.
He did.
That is one failure. Spoot, it is your turn. You see the mighty Defect fall.
Yeah. Great. Healing Word has a second level spell on Defect.
All right. Defect, you regain 7 hit points. You're no longer unconscious.
Sacred Flame on the tendril that is holding Adis.
Yep. All right.
Damage.
It rolls a 6 and destroys the tendril. Adis, you are released. Go ahead, make a acrobatics check for me.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Someone's on the edge.
Yeah.
Not like it was my choice either.
Nope.
Did I just do bad?
No, you didn't.
No, you did great.
Okay, yeah, an 11. You easily slide down this edge here, and you are at the bottom of this ravine.
Out.
Spoot, anything else on your turn? You saw your sacred flame burn the tendril away, and Adis drop down below the gully there.
Sorry.
I'm okay.
Protest.
Okay, good. That's it for my turn.
All right,
He's okay.
Grrrig, it is your turn. Defect is down, but he does appear to be conscious once again. Carolee is in the sole remaining tentacle of this thing.
Yep. Ah, Scorpio! Firebolt to the tentacle.
That will hit.
22.
Yeah, 22 will hit.
2 damage. Really? Really?
Yeah, great. So the tendril looks like bruised and a little burned.
Cool. Force Ballista is going to attack the same thing. Only a 12. Never mind.
It pew goes wide. The tendril is very active and very whipping around, trying to keep itself intact here. Adis, it is now your turn.
It's doing a real good job keeping itself intact.
Yep. You're at the bottom of this gully.
I'm gonna run up to here.
Uh-huh.
Wait, can I see it from here, or do I have to move over one more?
I would say you could see the creature from there. It's big enough.
Okay. And can I see the tentacle holding Carolee or not?
I would say you cannot see the tentacle holding Carolee, but if you were like in this area, then I would say you probably could.
Would I still be able to see it from there?
Yeah, it's tall enough. It's at the top of the ridge.
Okay, so then I'll run over there.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, you can see the tendril from there.
Okay,
I'll give you
gonna
that.
shoot the tendril. Attempt to shoot the tendril.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
I do not shoot the tendril.
Yeah, the arrow goes wide. Carolee, it is your turn.
All right. Oh, and I'm no longer in touch with Defect. He's further away.
No, you are the sole remaining tendrilized, restrained individual.
Awesome. Since I can't really do much of anything, I'm going to cast some healing word at Defect, so he can have 8 hit points back.
All right, Defect, you regain 8 hit points.
Thank you.
Because hey, at least I can cast spells while restrained.
Yep.
You can try to escape, too.
Oh yeah, that was just a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Healing
Wiggle
word's
free.
a bonus. You can use your action to attempt either an acrobatics or athletics check to escape. Or you could try. You know that the tendril around you is destroyed. You could try a. You could try to like tear the tendril apart if you wanted to like pull on the tendril.
Yes, my strength is not going to get me anywhere. However, my acrobatics might.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Make an acrobatics check.
Working. That's not cool. It really wants to.
Oh, the suspense.
Sorry, I'm having issues with the touchscreen and the not wanting to play nice.
Oh knows.
13.
A 13 is not quite enough. So you are still.
Actually, I hit because it's +2. It's, but that's probably not going to help me anyway.
Sorry, what is the total?
It should have been a +4, not a +3. So it should be 14.
Oh, 14. Yeah, you're still. You feel like you're almost there, but you can't quite get out of it.
Yeah.
It is now the creature's turn.
Cool.
It is going to bring Carolee close to its maw.
I was gonna say I'm the only one available to bite, aren't I?
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
For 20 points of piercing damage.
Yep, that's unfortunate. So I'm down now.
Okay. You see this thing bite into Carolee. And that is its turn. Defect. It is your turn. You saw it bite into Carolee. You see the tendril almost destroyed. You're on the ground. You stand up.
Right.
Are you going to rage again?
I'm sorry. The tendril is still wrapped around Carolee, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
eating me.
And it's eating you.
Mhm.
So I will rage. As
Okay.
a bonus. And I'm sorry. How's the tendril looking?
It's been burned and it's got some heavy bruising on it that seem to make it look weak in places.
All right. Let's try to attack it.
All right, go for
Reckless.
it. With advantage.
Yep.
However,
Ugh.
a 13 doesn't quite cut through the hide of this thing. Spoot, it is your turn. You see Carolee get bit and go limp.
Oh boy. Sacred Flame on Kirli's tendril.
Okay. Oh, it rolls a natural 20. Managing to hold on.
I
Of
knew
course.
it would only last so long.
Grrrig, it is your turn.
Uh,
Well, unless you want to do anything else, Spoot. I keep cutting you off, but you have other options.
That's alright. I'm holding that bonus action.
Okay. Grrrig, it is your turn.
yeah. Force Ballista is gonna do its thing. That's only a 7. You
Yep.
suck. Come on, Chomper. That is also only a 7.
Oof. Yeah, unfortunately, both your attacks go wide. Adis, it is your turn.
Like parent, like child.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You have seen Carolee be bit, and so far no one's been able to damage the tendril.
I'm gonna fire at it just very angrily.
Yeah, go for it.
So tired of this plant. 25.
That will hit.
Hey.
So that is...
Yeah, with that, you launch your arrow, and it just shears and drives right through the tendril, dropping Carolee onto the ground.
Ouch.
I'm just gonna yell, Grrrig, you're right. Fuck plants.
See?
Anything else on your turn, Adis?
No.
Okay. Carolee, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Awesome. Oh, well, let me do it from there.
Yep, just roll a straight d20.
Okay. Oh, good.
Oh no, that is 2 fails.
Awesome.
It's the first one, though. So that's...
Yep.
Yep.
The creature, having no more tendrils, is going to attempt to run away.
Mm.
With what feet?
Weirdly, the roots just seem to slowly glide away. It does not disengage, so Defect, if you wanted to take a swing at it, you could.
Kill it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
A 15 will not hit it, though, so it just slowly begins moving. It only gets about 20 feet. It doesn't seem like speed is this creature's bread and butter here.
You think?
Yeah, but Defect, it is now your turn.
remind me again, Adis. The blueberries last for 1 day.
Yeah, and I use them right before I go to sleep.
Yeah, so you do have a good berry on you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody has 2.
Everyone has 2.
Great.
So I will take mine and pop one into Carolee's.
Great. Carolee, you are no longer unconscious and you have 1 hit point from Goodberry.
And you are also full for the day.
Yeah. You do not need mid-morning snack.
Plus.
Well, that's good because I think we missed coffee.
You also get the second breakfast.
We're getting up on 11sies.
So you have an option. I will allow you to drop out of initiative unless you want to pursue this creature as it slowly is walking away from you all.
I want one more parting shot, but
All right. Spoot, do you want to do anything?
You're asking Spoot, the character, not Spoot. I mean, not me, who wants to kill this thing.
Spoot, what do you want to do?
I will focus on getting my party members back and healed up.
Okay.
I'm going to lay on the ground and moan.
Are you going to take any actions, or are you just going to chill?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, are you saying it like it's my turn? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still in initiative because Grrrig has declared they want to do something.
I see.
This thing too.
I'm going to move 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, that's not how you do it. And you know what? Just for good measure, to make sure it keeps running, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at it as it's fleeing.
All right. It rolls a 7 on its dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good.
So it takes 6
Whoa!
points of radiant damage.
Why can't
Keep
you
moving.
actually attacking somebody?
Yeah.
Don't you stop and come back.
Do you shoot fire at the butt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Grrrig, it is your turn.
I am going to scamper up as well and go, "You frickin' frickety frick! Get out of here! I hate you!" And firebolt at the body and also a force ballista. Neither of which hits.
Neither of which hit, and the Chomper takes another 3 backfire damage.
Aw,
Or
come on, kid. What are you doing?
So Chomper has 11 hit points now.
Yep. Oh, you did it for me. Okay.
Yeah. Adis, do you want to do anything?
I want to shoot this bitch.
Yeah, go for it.
Oy, oy, oy.
Going to run to here.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Yep, that'll hit.
9 damage.
Yep.
Cool, now it's pissed off and
No, I shoot it right in the butt.
Carly, you have 1 hit point. You're prone on the ground.
yeah, I'm good.
All right. The creature just runs another like 20 feet away.
Magical.
Great. Yep. So yeah, it just runs away. Do you guys just want to keep pelting at it because it's running away? So.
No, it's fine.
All right. Yeah. You have successfully
I
scared
assume
it.
Spoot will talk me down or something.
Sure.
Stop
Hey,
it!
it's okay. Just, we're alive,
But
and
Frickin' all I did was walk it.
well, we learned today not to get too close to those things if we see them again.
Indeed.
Alone.
Well done, everyone. You managed to scare the horrible, weird looking cactus thing. And as you got drawn up in its face and as it was biting you, you totally realized that it was in fact a creature that was just camouflaging as a plant. So, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like something that is not of this plane?
You can go ahead and make a nature check. See if you can figure that out. You're not sure, but it definitely looked weird.
Is there any way
I would like to use my detect portal.
Yeah. You do not detect any portals.
Is this anything I might have heard, read about, have some knowledge of?
Yeah. You can go ahead make a you can make a nature check or an arcana check. Either one. Your choice.
Nature.
Cool. So with a nature check of 20, Spoot, you realize that it definitely is not a natural creature. It seems to be similar to a creature you've read about that lives underground in caves, called a roper.
Okay.
Well, that's an accurate description of what it was doing.
Like a subspecies of roper.
Yeah, it seems to have been something really, really weird. But with that, why don't we all take a little 5-minute bio break and come back and pick up from where we were here. So thank you, everyone. We will be right back in 5 minutes to take a little bio break. Thank you
So
all
much near death.
very much. And we'll do some healing, and it'll be a great time. See you in 5, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oh boy.
Gee willikers. Gee willikers.
Indeed.
Oh,
I don't care what time it is. It's time for a long rest.
I mean, right? Like, I don't want to fight anything else. I got one spell slot left.
Well, I started this fight being like, gonna be modest and cast, you know, like my cantrip's gonna save those slots.
There, what's that blue thing?
That's true. We do have Grrrig in the party, and that's not the reaction for Grrrig. It's like, stop them now. They were 30 feet away. That would make like a safe distance. I start to access people who make that if they had asked.
For the next time, I'll actually be able to figure out what I'm doing. So yeah, iPad and phone is not an ideal way to run this game. I can roll things. Look at me, I can roll things now.
I would stay away from the bestiary. Something like that.
I am actually prepared to play this game now.
Check my
Other fun things include the fact that my
Hello,
headphones are
everyone.
not compatible with my phone.
Always a good thing. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for hanging out with us and waiting while we took care of some bio break stuff. We have just returned, and everyone has been shooting off little arrows at this weird cactus tendril thing that has been attacking you. You successfully destroyed all of its tentacles, and then it decided to GTFO. So you are bruised, you are hurt. Some of you have very large bite marks on parts of your body now. What is your plan? What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just sit. I'll just sit
Does Greg fall over?
Hi.
a little bit. Just like slides down.
I'm still prone, and I'm making no moves to get up.
Yeah, Carolee's looking pretty rough down there, everybody.
I too will lay down next to Carolee.
So is your plan then to take a short rest?
Long rest, I think.
Well,
no,
it's day 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
How long
here's the
does
thing.
it take to
It
get
is-
back to the place?
Right, yeah, it's day 4.
2 days.
So you are 2 days into the Snakelands, and it took 2 days from the border of the Snakelands to get to the Enclave. It is also, daylight in a desert, arid wasteland, so who knows what other creatures may be roaming around.
I mean, if we take a short rest,
And you have also left dead Yuan Ti behind you.
Right.
So,
We should really stop burying those things.
not a bad
Heartless.
idea.
Dead Yonti.
Yeah, definitely that have had their remains mutilated to some extent. And they probably have friends.
Who probably don't like us very much.
Someone like that would have friends.
Well,
if we could take a
Minions,
short
perhaps.
The
they,
tent. The tent? Does that help?
Maybe we could sleep in the tent.
you would know by now that the tent doesn't offer any, like, protective things.
Right.
Right.
It's comfortable in the tent. It's always comfortable, even on the cold desert nights. It's always been comfortable. But it does not provide you with any sort of
Yeah.
exterior
elemental thing-
protection.
Got in and stole your stuff in it.
And that was outside.
Yeah, that was tentless.
Let's set it up and take it up in the shade.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, it is starting
The
to get to
adrenaline is
the
gone.
hot part of the day anyway, so, you can definitely take a short rest for a couple hours.
I like
Hmm.
short rests.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Keep watch.
Great, cool. Yeah, you can roll as many of your hit dice as you want. You will regain half that number when you complete a long rest. So, it's up to you. You said you were going to keep watch, Adis?
I will too. I can also do it.
I lost no HP, so
Cool.
Same.
Go ahead, give me a perception check. The both of you can do it together. You can have advantage on the perception check, Adis.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. So yeah, with a 20, You keep a solid eye out for a couple hours, trading off with Spoot while your friends rest up and attempt to heal themselves and bandage one another. You have a bit of a snack, you eat some rations, so everyone can mark off some rations for the day. And it seems to a couple hours go by without any sort of hassle.
Oh wait, I don't need to eat any rations. I had a good berry.
That is true.
I'm full.
You ate a good berry, Carolee, so you are full for the day. But everybody else. Adis, I would say during this time, you have been looking down the ridge for where you guys all are on top of, and still contemplating making this choice as to whether to go into the wastelands, like the rocky, barren, almost magma-looking wastelands, or south into the deeper ravine that has more rocks and like scrub brush.
Cover is good.
Lava?
I will clarify, it's not like roiling lava. It just kind of looks like it looks like that kind of rock, but not lava flows or anything.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, make a nature check, actually, Adis. Because Spoot's around, you can make it with advantage.
Nature or survival?
Nature. This is nature.
That's like a 14.
Cool. So it looks a lot like lava, like cooled lava that you've heard about, but there doesn't seem to be any like external volcanic heat source or anything. So you don't know why it looks that way, but it doesn't appear to be actual magma flows.
Gotcha. And going back to the information we were told before this mission, which way has possible landmarks that we were looking for?
I was just thinking that.
I will allow you to make a new survival check after that battle and after a rest.
Can I either offer him advantage? Or...
Yeah, you can give him advantage. Great, so a 22. You realize that you veered a little off course, and you head a little bit more west than you were supposed to. But you think that you should head south more than west.
Okay.
You're pretty sure of it. You actually think that this ravine might be the ravine you were told to take and cross at one point. But it's not exactly like you described, but you're pretty sure you're a little more south than you should be, or west than you should be. So if you take it south, then you should be on the right track again.
So once everybody wakes up, I'll relay that.
Yeah, great. Cool. So you all wake up, bandaged, and begin trekking down. The wind is very hot. There's dust everywhere. Everyone just go ahead and give me a... let's call this an athletics check to climb down the ravine.
I'm gonna give guidance to anybody that wants it.
I have a -1 strength, but I rolled
So
a 12.
you get guidance.
Okay.
Who else wants some guidance? Just hey, does anyone? Can I offer some help, some advice on getting down this ravine?
Well, you go to say that, Spoot, and Carolee just starts going, and a rock under her foot just gives way, and Carolee sloops down about 15 feet and ends up taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage on the way down.
Oh, jeez.
Well, this is what happens when you roll before I can give guidance.
So how deep is this ravine?
You're about 25 feet up.
Okay. Because I forgot I have pittons and rope.
Yeah.
Could I set those up, or is it too late?
You could. You could set them up. It was very rocky. It was only a DC 5, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Carolee, there are natural handholds, so Carolee was able to make it down 10 feet, but then...
Carolee's not intensely athletic.
So anyone who hasn't jumped down yet, I will gladly offer some guidance. I think, Adis, I think you should save
So,
the
Spoot, you're
time.
the only one at the top now. Everyone else has climbed down
Great, I will offer myself guidance.
because everybody
give
else
myself
rolled. So,
Okie dokie. Have it your way, everyone.
yeah, Spoot, you just like climb down, no problem. Like your claws give you extra purchase. No problem. You pick the way right down. Yeah, with an 18.
Plus the-
No problem. You all never realized that turtles really good climbers, apparently.
Who knew?
Who knew?
So well done. So you
Most
are all now
useless.
in. Carely's a little banged up from her fall, but otherwise, he's okay.
Right after the short rest, too.
Yeah. Good thing I took the short rest.
Yeah. It is. All right. So you are all walking through this ravine. Go ahead. Give me a survival check, Adis and Spoot, or one of you can do it at advantage, whichever one of you wants to lead the pack.
Random question. If I was to offer guidance on that check, would that like cancel out the doing it together to get advantage, or would it just add to it?
I would say that you would because you're concentrating on the spell, you can't also like investigate the terrain around.
That makes sense, yeah.
I also already get D4s on survival and perception. So I don't know if I can do 2 D4s to it.
No, that's... Well, yeah, because the spell is an additional thing on top of it. So I would say that it would work.
That would be only if I wasn't helping to give you advantage. I was just like, here's some guidance.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, just give me advantage.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah. Great. So yeah, on a natural 20, you are able to find your way through this ravine pretty easily. You notice that there are all kinds of tracks kind of in the sand, and you see on large rocks around you like really large lizards that are basking in the sun, but you give them enough room so you don't disturb them, and they seem perfectly content to just stay sunning there. So you manage to avoid that kind of a problem.
These tracks look anything like the person with a snake torso?
No, they look like big lizard tracks. So.
Oh, okay.
And there are also tracks that look like some other kind of crawling creature. Go ahead, make a nature check.
I'm also very curious, but I don't know if I can help from...
Nature check?
What's up?
What was that?
Does it just Spoot want to make a nature check?
I'd be happy to make a nature check.
Yeah,
I'm
you can point it out to Spoot, and Spoot can make a nature check. That's 100% okay.
I'm also very curious about these tracks now.
Oh.
Yep. Deserts are not really your thing. Are you? Well, I guess you were helping him, so okay. I'll let that one slide. It's advantage.
I was like, I don't know what I should say there.
So you're able to figure out on your own, Spoot, that they are tracks. Ada starts listing off creatures that may be in the desert, and as you're going through this list, you're like making notes about, okay, that creature looks like this, and after about 20 minutes or so of talking about it, you realize that the tracks look like scorpions, except much larger.
No.
I don't think we want to go that way. I've only seen scorpions that are about this big, and these are definitely larger than that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I don't really feel like fighting those.
I think the poison that we're going to possibly face from the snake people is probably enough. We don't need extra poison.
After this trip, I vote we never go back to the desert.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah.
I agree.
I second.
Not enough roads in the desert, unfortunately.
And too many things want to kill us.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything wants to eat us.
Not enough humidity either.
to not follow these tracks and still go the way we're going?
Can we? Is there a way, like a way to just give them a wide?
Based on your previous survival check, I will say that you are able to figure out that successfully. Yeah, because the survival check showed you all these tracks, so you can figure out a way to go that keeps away from wherever these things are. It seems like it's like a big crossroads down here. So either the scorpions prey on the big lizards you walked by, or the lizards prey on the scorpions, who knows. But yeah.
Is it flat and open though, or are there like large formations of rocks?
There are big piles of rocks from where it's like crumbled over time, because you're walking in the bottom of a ravine, so it's like an ancient riverbed.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 15, 20-foot high cliffs around you on either side. But yeah, that is where you end up.
I got a bad feeling about this ravine.
You think?
I think I agree with you. And Grrrig is looking up.
I think we should keep our eyes up and maybe try to get to some high ground if possible.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get out of here soon.
Cool. So yeah, as you are walking, you definitely notice like smaller lizards and that kind of stuff all over the place. However, eventually you come to a place where like you see like a skeleton of a large lizard, and then like the carapace of a big old gigantic sized scorpion. You start seeing more like half-buried skeletons than you did before. I mean, you've seen kind of half-buried skeletons throughout most of your journey through this land. But you're seeing a lot here.
I'm starting to wonder if we are just venturing into a sort of resting place for these creatures, or if we're venturing into the territory of something much larger.
Something that eats these creatures, perhaps.
I have a thing maybe for this. Hold on.
Is there anything blue around?
You do see blue cacti around, but they're mostly up on top of the ridge.
I would like to sit down for a minute.
Okay.
And use primeval awareness.
Ah.
Oh.
And what does that do? Remind me, please.
It says, beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action to expend 1 ranger spell slot to focus your awareness to the region around you. For 1 minute per spell level, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you. Aberrations, celestial dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
All right, cool. So, Adis, you take a moment to yourself and sit down and concentrate on this ability. And at first, you don't get anything. And then an aroma wafts into your nostrils on the wind. And it smells like rotten flesh. And your primeval awareness tells you that there is something undead around, but you don't know where.
Oh.
Guys, there's something undead near us. Well, within a mile, but I can bet where this might be.
Spoot just kind of clenches up a little bit. You see him kind of grab his mace just a little tighter. If he had knuckles, they would be white.
Do not like.
Do you continue on?
Well, is there only one way to go?
Yeah, it looks like this ravine is still just kind of straight. At least for the time being.
There's
But
nowhere.
it does look like it curves and like, it's like a riverbed, so.
Just around the river bend.
Is undead.
But
All right. Let's just maybe try to be quiet.
Sure.
Sure, says the 450-pound turtle.
All right, everybody go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Guidance, anyone? Can I offer you some advice on how to
no.
think?
Remember,
I
you
would
can,
not
you
have
can, you
accepted
can give
guidance.
one person guidance. It doesn't like blanket out to anyone. So,
That's a shame because it's so underused. I've been trying to save it up.
well, remember it's a concentration spell for a minute. So
That's true. You're very true. Well, if anybody wants it, all you gotta do is
Why
ask.
am I?
I'll take.
I think one more level and I get pass without a trace.
Mm-hmm.
I am offering it to defect.
All right, cool.
And then, because he's ahead of me anyway, right? I'm at the rear of the.
All right. Yep. Cool. All right. So you are all moving stealthily. It's kind of difficult in this terrain. I mean, you're on kind of sand and hard rock. So anytime like a piece of shale or whatever breaks off, it kind of makes noise and it echoes over the beds in a couple places. But you're all doing your best not to talk loudly, at least.
I'm gonna say I kind of
you
lag back.
You lag back behind folks.
Yeah, because I'm not so confident moving stealthily.
Okay.
So.
You eventually come to what's essentially a fork in the ravine. One side seems to like curve up and around to the north, and the other seems to go a little bit south and do that. Because you are coming in. Well, actually, you were heading west. So actually, you come down, and it seems like there's a bit that stretches out to the west, and a bit that keeps going towards the south.
Well, he said the last target was more south. So I think we need to continue south.
I think so.
Jared,
I still don't like it.
Jared, are there any animals nearby?
Make a perception check.
$18.
Cool. You do not see any living animals. You do see many like skeletons of like rats and maybe snakes and lizards of various sizes. Up ahead, you do see about maybe like 35, 40 feet in front of you, defect, a very large snake skeleton.
Okay. I have speak with animals. If wondering where I was going with that.
All right, cool. But yeah, the
nothing.
large snake skeleton is on the like southern pass as opposed to the western path.
So more south?
I guess so.
Cool. So you start heading to the south, and as you do so, the snake skeleton begins to rise up.
Awesome.
God damn it.
And as it does so, it turns its head towards you all, and it does not have the skeletal face of a serpent. It's got a humanoid skull.
That's great.
Hmm.
But if it doesn't have any internal organs, it's of no good to us.
And it looks at you all. And
Eye beams?
it stares you all down.
One of you has something of mine. I can smell it on you. Give it to me.
Don't like it.
Something of yours.
I know it's on one of you. It is a part of me. Give it to me. It belongs to Shuzaksa.
I didn't have anything. Do you guys have something?
No.
You.
So,
Doing anything.
Turtle.
Can I be doing something while he's started talking to us?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to try to turn undead.
Okay. Go for it.
Which, if I'm reading this correctly, I think for flavor's sake, I'm just grabbing my
So
holy symbol.
I
and
will
praying.
say that right now you are more than 30 feet away from it. Let me show you.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
Well, just so you all, because you said you were hanging back from the pack.
Yeah, that's fair.
So here's where y'all are. And
we
here
are.
is the creature which has shown its ugly head.
Wow.
It's real ugly.
Yeah, it is.
Did we lose somebody? Where's Adis? Oh, there he is.
He's in the
Never
front.
mind. He looked like a rock.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, this thing looks towards you all.
You, turtle. You have a piece of Shuzaksa. Give it to me, or you will all be destroyed.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you so well. I'm kind of far away. What was that? I'm gonna
Give
move
it
up next
to
Shirley.
Shuzaksa, or I will destroy you all.
All right, I'm gonna attempt now that I have moved up a little bit while I said that to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
Jared, I just sent you a message, but
Oh, on Discord?
yeah.
Okay, just give me a second.
Well, I could just say wait, you were talking. Readying fairy fire for if there's a hostile action.
Oops,
Okay.
I did not mean to do that twice.
All right, so yeah, so you're gonna prep fairy fire. All right, so you cast your spell. What is the DC for you?
14.
Yeah, it rolls a 23.
Cool.
It says, Shuzaksa tried to do this politely, but apparently you think you can defeat Shuzaksa. So I will show you true power.
Well, to
And
be fair, all I did was try to get you to leave.
Fairy fire.
yeah. So I'm gonna need everyone to. So, all right. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. Adis, you cast your spell.
I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Christ.
He rolls a 19 for his dex save.
God damn it.
Or she,
We
I
are
should say.
rolling shit.
Okay.
Not defect.
So, everybody who rolled under a 14, which would be everyone except Spoot.
No.
Oh, hold on. Wait, I think I have advantage on saving throws,
Yeah.
so it should be 16.
Oh, okay. So, everyone except for Spoot and Defect. You are in awe as a lightning bolt shoots out from this creature, charring most of you for a lot of damage, for 27 points of damage.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Good night.
So I'm down.
Those of you who succeeded take half that.
Sorry, what was the number again?
So half of 27, so 13 points of damage. And it looks at you again and it says,
Give me what is mine, or you will all die.
What is yours?
It is a piece of me.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Cool.
What are you carrying around, Spoot?
I will allow you at this point to just like, because you have what do you call it? Gentle repose, right?
No.
Oh, well then, your friends are bleeding out.
And I have one spell slot. This is great.
Cool. However, I will allow you in defect to like drop and like tend to the people immediately next to you. Adis might be in trouble. But it looks at you.
Long ago, turtles showed up here and stole bones of Shuzaksa.
You do realize that I'm not the same turtle.
I don't care. You have what is mine.
I don't, though.
If you remember what you rolled for your trinket, which should be in your inventory.
Oh,
What you carrying, Spoot?
something that's going to get us all killed, apparently.
I just got a doorknob. I don't know what to tell you.
Hang on. I apparently never added that trinket to my inventory. This is embarrassing.
Oh, well.
Mine is in treasure.
Mine's
Do
sitting
you
on
need
top of my
reminding of what it
shillelagh
was?
Yeah, unless you want me to search for it while we're on
No,
air.
it's okay. So you had rolled for a bone caltrop.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay. I knew it was bone related, but
Yeah.
bone caltrop, and honestly, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I do have what is yours. Here, I just throw it at him.
Cool. The creature wraps itself around, and part of the tail like picks it up, and like looks at it.
Defiled. But it should work. Tend to your little friends. I'm done with you.
Okay.
And it
Thanks.
begins to move off towards the west.
That's
And-
probably going to be bad later.
But it appears to have gone away.
Hey.
Okay, and we're alive, so let me try to frantically heal everyone.
Yeah, I would say that between you and Defect, you've stabilized Grrrig and Cairley.
All right, healing word on Adis.
Yeah, okay, great. So you use your healing word on Adis to revive Adis to 9 hit points. Great.
Oof. Just in case
So
they change.
it is getting late in the afternoon, so it would be an appropriate time for you all to set up camp.
Yeah.
Before we set up camp again, I use my last spell slot for primeval awareness.
Okay. Once again, how long do you wait before the creature leaves, or do you do it like immediately when you're back up?
I'll probably wait like 30 minutes or something.
Okay, so you help get camp ready. The tent sets up on its own. You move your unconscious friends into it to allow them to come back to consciousness in a few hours.
I'll give them good berries.
Okay, great. Even better. So you feed them good berries. Everyone Grrrig and Cairley, you each have 1 hit point.
Huzzah.
Cairley, you feel like stuffed and logy and lethargic because this is your second good berry. So it's like you just ate 2 Thanksgivings back on top of each other.
Cool.
Yeah, you actually feel very uncomfortable.
Semi-conscious and nauseous. Awesome.
Yeah.
Kirley, hold your hair back.
But so Adis, you cast your primeval awareness again, and you can no longer taste, or you can't taste anything, and you don't smell that like rotting flesh smell anymore.
You have COVID.
Damn it.
So you think there is none of the creatures that you can detect are within a mile of you at this moment.
Hmm.
I vote we don't go near that thing again.
Can we sleep?
Rest. For the...
Yeah, it's like late afternoon.
Grrrig is
so,
sleeping.
Yeah, you can all settle in for a long rest at this point in day. I will say that is totally possible.
Yeah, you fed Grrrig the good berry, and all that happened is that they like murmured a little and grunted and just stayed out.
Yeah. I've just crawled into the corner and put the covers over my head.
You will have to tuck me in.
I do
Possibly with a bucket.
I want to ask Spook what that was all about.
I wish I could tell you.
Spook, make a history check.
Will make a history check and tell you.
With advantage.
With advantage, because it's something I should know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Not gonna help.
Okay, so here's the deal. You know that bone caltrop was passed down in your matrilineal line. Being a turtle, like, close family is not really something your village did, but you still knew who you were related to. And this was an item that was passed down.
And you
And
just
you ended
chucked
up
it at
with
an undead thing.
So I'll tell Defect that this was something that was given to me. It's been passed down for quite some time, and I think most of us have forgotten the meaning or story behind it. Honestly, I thought it was just kind of a trinket, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about giving it up so easily, but I'm pretty sure we would have died if I had not. So
Perhaps you did the right thing.
we'll have to wait and see what sort of thing that effect that has on the world. And I think I need some time alone. What's that?
It was a choice.
Sorry, what did you say, Defect?
No, I was going to ask if you felt sad, but you saying that you need time alone answers that question.
Oh, yeah.
With Spook crying, I will take the...
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna kind of have a moment and probably go in my shell.
Okay. So Spoot retracts into his shell. Defect, go ahead, roll a perception check. Great.
That's good.
This ravine seems to not be active at this time of the day. So there is nothing around you that could potentially cause damage to you all. So good job. Who is going to take the next watch?
I will wake up. I'll wake up my best friend in the whole wide world, Grrrig.
Cool. Grrrig, go ahead and give a perception check.
Cool. I can read. Where's perception? There it is. That would be a 2.
Yeah, you've had a rough day, Grrrig. You got bit, you got lightning bolted. It was not a good day.
I got 1 hit point.
Yeah, you are not in good shape. So
Actually, that's all right. I did have 1 more spell slot. I could cure wounds myself at the top of my watch.
Yeah, you could.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Oh yeah, now that I'm conscious, I've got actually plenty of spell slots left because I spent most of that battle as a boar.
Yeah.
Great. Just in case we get woken up, it's fine.
All right. Yeah. The evening, the sun sets actually during your watch, but that's all you really notice.
Cool. Who looks the least effed up?
Well, Spoot's just in his shell.
Boots.
I'm gonna go I'll go knock on the shell. Oh,
I'm gonna slowly emerge and kind of stand up.
I don't know what happened, but I think it's your turn. They're
It's
still
okay.
really bloody.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Grrrig. I'll go watch. Thank you for waking me.
Yeah.
Go back inside and have a nice nap in the tent.
Okay.
Can I like follow Grrrig in to like tuck them in?
Yeah, totally. You tuck them into their little bedroll that the tent provides.
Don't tell anybody.
I
This
won't
never
say a word.
happened.
No. All right. I'm gonna go out. I'm extra vigilant now on the watch.
All right, go ahead. Make a perception check, Mr. Spoot.
Oh,
23. So with a 23, you can hear like creatures in the distance, like moving, very silently, kind of just some skittering. Nothing approaches your tent, however. It appears that creatures stay clear of this area. Given all the skeletons of creatures around, it's probably you get the make an insight check, I would say.
They're wiser than we are.
Yeah, so 25 insight check. You get the feeling that whatever that creature was, that Suzaxa, that creature kept this area clear, but in giving it what it wanted, it seems that it doesn't care anymore. And this area, like creatures don't come here because that thing was here. So you think you might have an undisturbed evening.
Okay.
Is basically
but
what I'm saying.
Yeah, the area could become dangerous if things realize that it's no longer protected.
Right. And while you think on it, you think about what that creature looked like and what that is. And I would like you to go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
All right. So an 8. Yeah, something about that creature was just really weird. It was just bones, but it seemed to be able to talk, and it cast a lightning bolt, but its skull was not that of a snake. It was of a humanoid. So
yeah.
it was weird. Very, very weird.
Still a little shaken.
But your watch comes to an end. With nary a problem.
Yeah, same question as Grrrig, I guess. Who is that hasn't? Well, I don't know who's had a watch, to be honest. I guess because I separated myself. But
yeah, Defect started, and then Grrrig. Yeah.
I'm gonna wake Adis.
All right. You awaken Adis.
What?
I'm sorry. I think it's your turn to watch.
Oh, okay.
I think we're okay. It seems quiet out there for now.
All right. I'll leave the tent and then just like go sit on a rock.
Yeah, it is very dark out here, and it's very cold given how hot it was during the day. But, you know, deserts, they're weird. Go ahead and make a perception check. Okay, great. A 19. With a 19. With a 19, you can also hear creatures moving, but at a far distance. Nothing seems to come into this area. You get done when about the time you usually take your watch, and it's still dark. You guys rested a little early. But yeah.
I mean, I'll just let people. Would we consider me just having a full rest?
Yeah, I would say that. Well, no, you have to wake up one more person based on the night.
I wasn't sure because you said we went to bed early, so I didn't know.
Oh, that's right, you did. So, yeah, your watch would be the last watch.
All right, I'll just then, if I don't need to sleep anymore, just like, continue to keep watch while if everybody's still sleeping.
Yeah. So everybody rests. Everybody gets a full rest.
While people are still sleeping, I'll like pull out that necklace and just like have it just float in my hand for a little bit and see if it does anything.
Cool. So, around the time of dawn, Adis, when the sun just begins to peek down into this ravine, the necklace in your hand that normally just kind of hangs out twitches ever so slightly.
Does it point in a direction?
For just a moment, it begins to spin back towards the north and east, and then it drops back into your hand. I'm sorry, it's like due north almost, and then it drops back into your hand.
Aegis is just gonna like stare for a minute and then like kind of shake it, hoping it works again.
It does not.
Just gonna like curious but sadly like put it back in to his shirt.
Yeah. So you put it away, and you remember what this thing felt like when it used to work properly, and because it always felt warm. You do feel a receding warmth from it.
Interesting.
Yeah. But the dawn comes. Everyone else awakens, fully rested, fully restored with hit points and spell slots. And congratulations, welcome to level 4, everybody.
I'm not dead.
Woo, woo.
That's all I care about.
Yeah. Welcome to level 4. So it's time to make those decisions that you make at level 4, everybody.
Oh no, decisions.
Yes, decisions of ability score improvement or feat. Because I believe everybody gets that at level 4.
Yup.
Yep.
So let's just go around real quick. Does anybody want to start? And has anybody thought about this?
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I've been prepared for this.
All right, so let's start with defect. Defect, are you going to take a feat or are you going to improve some ability scores?
I am going to improve some abilities because I am in the forefront of battle. I need a bit tougher in the armor department. So my skin will toughen and I will increase my dexterity and constitution. That will increase my armor class too.
Yeah. So you all noticed that this morning Defect looks both his skin and the kind of integrated armor that he has, it seems both more malleable, like there are plates that appear more like leg muscles and arm muscles, and also it appears as though those plates are denser, those bits of stone and metal, and the corded wood that makes up a lot of his skin areas and neck joints are a tighter corded wood. So Defect looks a little more impressive this morning. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, here's
Grrrig.
this is assuming that I thought anything about this whatsoever. Ooh, what's a skulker? Try to hide. Ooh, expert at slinking.
My only
That
available
doesn't
feat
really
has a spelling error in it.
Oh, well, you can actually take most feats, but you probably haven't bought them on D&D Beyond, because I think only Grappler is available.
Or dual wielder, I think, is also.
It's dual wielder and it's misspelled.
Oh, well, that's a homebrew copy of it that I made, so whatever.
Whoops.
That's right. Sorry, I did that, but I did it because I was just making a character for fun and not actually want to play. But anyway, Spoot, Matt, do you have any ideas on foot or ability score improvements? On feats, rather, not foot.
I would like one additional foot, and that is all.
You see, Spoot has grown a weird little stubby foot out of his little stubby tail.
Won't that make it difficult to buy pants?
It's very awkward looking, and you are all uncomfortable.
So I can lean back. Anyway, I think I'm improving some ability scores, but I need to just finalize that real.
Okay. Tanner, do you have any choices to share?
I was going to choose acrobat,
Ooh.
but I can't find it.
Oh, really?
Is that in Player's Handbook?
It was.
Because I own that, so I don't know where it is.
Weird.
I mean,
I want
shit.
to see in acrobatics.
Yeah. Let me see here if I can help you out. Do.
This seems totally
acrobat's
OP.
not a feat in 5e. It's something else though. Which one was it? They've renamed so many things and like changed what they are.
Yeah, because there's athlete, but I don't want expertise in athletics.
Yeah. You want to get some acrobatics is what you want. Let's see.
Sorry, guys. I thought I had this shit planned.
All right. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. If I could spell, that would be helpful to this endeavor. I don't think there is a feat in 5e that gives you the acrobatic skill, actually. I do remember it from 3.5 and 4, so it's interesting that it's not out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Great. Grrrig, Amber, have you decided on something?
I am considering. Well, okay, so the one that I found that like feels totally OP, but makes me want it is observant. If I'm reading it correctly.
Yeah, your intelligence or wisdom would increase by 1 to a max of 20. If it's speaking, you can see it, you can read its lips, and you get a +5 to your passive perception and investigation.
And passive investigation. And so is that on top of proficiency and everything? Like that feels bonkers to me.
Yeah, it grants you an additional +5 to those skills.
Tío Jesus. The other one that I was thinking
but only
about,
to your passive, not to your actives, I believe.
Right. I didn't know there was a passive investigation.
Yep, passive perception, passive insight, and passive investigation.
Interesting. The other thing I was looking at is spell sniper for feats, if I'm going that direction.
Yeah,
but I cannot decide.
All right. Sarah, how are you feeling about things?
I'm thinking I might take a bit of a boost to my constitution.
Good choice.
And my wisdom, since that's my spellcasting
Cool.
source.
Yeah, you could increase both of those by 1, and both, well, your Constitution bonus would go up. Your Wisdom score would increase, but you wouldn't get a new modifier, but you would have it for next time. Because they increase at even levels.
Right.
Ooh.
So yeah, so you can totally do that. That's a really solid step in that direction. And the Constitution, when you level up in the character creator, it will give you the hit points retroactively as well. So
Huzzah.
yeah, it'll be pretty great.
I suck at decisions. I'm sorry.
Same.
Spoot, how you feeling?
I'm the same. I suck at decision. I know we had actually talked about this a week ago, but I'm still flip-flopping between
Well, you
just
have
making the most
leveled
out
up
of
and
getting
now
that
is the
modifier.
time.
Because it's kind of like, at this level, I'm not going to see a real big progress on ability scores until the next level anyway. So. Or the next time I can take them.
Okay. Tanner, any luck?
I'm going to take alert.
Oh, that's a great feat.
I thought about that one.
Yeah. So alert will give you the +5 bonus on initiatives. You can't be surprised as long as you're conscious. And other creatures don't get advantage on you because they can't be seen by you.
I'm just curious, would that count with flanking or no?
No, because that bonus comes from them harrowing you.
Right.
It just means like if they're hiding behind a rock, they don't get that advantage from you. Or if they're invisible.
I thought about taking observant, but I would also have a 20 passive perception. And I kind of wanted that though.
So alert or observant, it's up to you.
I'll take observant.
Okay. Adis takes observant and becomes much more aware. You see the dichromatic eyes that he has kind of sharpen and focus a lot quicker. He seems to be much more aware of his surroundings this morning.
Are we spending a lot of time this morning gazing into Adis's eyes?
You just notice it as like you're looking over one another, and you just notice that you're all a little bit tougher, a little more vital after a very harrowing day in the desert yesterday.
Sorry, I have a passive perception of 21.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better today.
Excellent. I love that.
I see everything.
Or should I just go with the classic luck
How
Or
you doing
just-
up there, Matt?
stuff?
You could turn up your DC and attack just by doing the intelligence.
Yeah, I might just do that. These things are all very interesting, but they're such a big choice.
Mm-hmm.
You do cast your spells quite often.
Constantly. It just would be fun to have another cantrip.
Totally.
You could do Warlock and get that Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
To go with her cannon?
It is
I don't
also
have
an
the
option
charisma
to
for
take
that.
another class
that's more
level
standard.
if you want to multi-class.
I will never have the charisma for that.
Yeah, and artificers don't really gain too much by multi-classing, to be perfectly frank.
No, basically nothing. The only one I'd entertain is rogue, just to get sneak attack, maybe, because I can hide.
Mm-hmm.
F this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple.
All right. So Grrrig, you awaken in the morning, and
Whoa.
and things make a lot more sense to you.
Things make sense.
Did I miss something? What happened?
Defect just pulled out a fancy new weapon.
Oh yes, it is something that he has had on him since the Knolls. So Fantastic. So the world, you just are able to make connections a lot more rapidly today. Everything is clicking a lot better. And you realize certain things about your magic, and you realize how to make your spells more focused. So, fantastic. And Matt, how will Spoot awaken today? It is the time.
Yeah. I think I'm just doing the ability score for this one.
Okay, that's cool. You can totally do that.
And 2 strength.
All right. You strengthen up yourself a bit. So as Spoot emerges from his shell this morning, you all see he's looking a little bit buffer. His arms are much happier. Are you putting both into strength or just one?
That's what I can't decide. I think just one and maybe the other one in Charisma to get me out of the negative. There's nothing that it will benefit.
Cool. So indeed, Spoot's arms seem a little bit more defined. He seems a bit stronger. And he also smiles a little more confidently than he tends to. He was kind of down in the dumps yesterday, but a good night's sleep seems to have just make his countenance ease a little bit of some stress, and he seems more confident in himself. So well done, everybody. Welcome to level 4. You spend these times as you wake up looking over yourselves and feeling stronger and better than you have before. You gather up everything from your campsite. The backpack refolds into a tent. Defect puts it on. What are you going to do, and where are you going to go? You are now on day 5 out of 10 before Carolee will drop over dead again, and the rest of you will start to grow ill.
So we need to carry on with our journey.
Yeah, we got to find this third snake thing.
Right.
We're at hump day.
Yeah. You were told that it should be about 2 or so days from the previous place you found. So, considering you are pretty confident that you are on the right track, you think you might find it today. You know
Onward!
that what you're looking for is a cave set beneath a plateau ledge. So, that's where you're heading, hopefully.
I forgot to update my stats in Roll20, so that is a 21 survival.
Oh, fantastic. Great. So yeah, you roll. Yeah, everyone should update their health pool and armor class if it increased on your Roll20 character sheet as well. But anyway, yeah, you are definitely able to navigate your way. You avoid what seems to be a large mound. As you exit this ravine, it goes back to being kind of flat wasteland again. And you are able to avoid a large mound that is buzzing, and you can hear it buzzing from a long way away. So you think some kind of insect lives inside there, so you skirt that and avoid that entirely.
Give that a real wide berth.
I point towards the sound. Grrrig, don't go near that.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
It's true.
They
are not.
Maybe there's more things like that cactus.
They are just curious.
Yes.
So you continue your trek on, and you end up going about the rest of the morning without too much of a problem. There does come a point where you need to climb a few rocks and everything, so everyone could just give me an athletics check.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah. Or one person can climb up and install a rope.
I'll climb up and install a rope.
Great. Yeah, no problem for Adis to clamber on up there with a 21 and hammer in a rope with some pythons that he has. That gives everybody advantage on climb checks. So, Carolee, you're able to climb right up, no problem. Everybody else, athletics with advantage. Yep, defect, no problem. Spoot, no problem.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Just our lovely little goblin.
That's me. That's me. I just realized I get to
Okay.
prepare so many more spells. So that's what
that's
I was
true.
suddenly doing.
Yeah, no, that's totally okay. Yeah, a lot of you probably might have had your spell list expand some too. Great.
Yeah.
Everybody makes it up. Grrrig has a little bit of trouble, but with everybody else's help, kind of defect just kind of pulling the rope up as Grrrig kind of climbs up last, is able to successfully get on top of the rocks and continue traversing this area. So nobody gets hurt, which is good. Go ahead as you reach midday. Adis, you and Spoot are kind of looking around. Go ahead, give me one of you give me a perception check with advantage, or you can both make your own perception check. It's up to you.
You got it. With advantage.
Great. So with a 16, you do see what appears to be in the distance a large flat plateau that appears to have a cave in it. You believe you have located... Now, it's a ways off still. You're not like right there. But it looks like you have a couple areas of approach. It looks like you could come straight on towards the cave mouth. Or you could circle back around and come from the plateau above the cave.
Is this what we're looking for?
Based on the landmark, you do see one landmark that sticks out, which is a large fang-shaped stone. That is a marker that you were told the cave was near.
So guys, do you want to approach this head on, or do you want to circle around the top and kind of above the cave?
I think maybe the high ground is to our benefit.
I mean, I don't know if anything's in the cave or if it's going to be coming to the cave.
Now I want to type.
Typing for you.
Let's I don't know. We could do a plan. It worked good the first time. Can we tell if anything's in there?
How high up from the mouth of the cave is the top of the plateau?
It's a little hard to tell at this distance.
Oh, okay.
Like you can see the cave only because you're looking directly at the cliff face with it. But the plateau doesn't seem super tall. But you can't get a good read on exactly how tall it is.
Maybe let's get a little bit closer and see how high up the plateau would be. No objections?
Okay.
Oh, let's do that.
No.
Cool. So you begin kind of approaching that area, and you can see that the sand goes from, and the stone goes from being like gray, dull, black, brown kind of color to a more vibrant, yellowy sandstone as you kind of make your way down in the direction of this plateau. Looking at the plateau, as you approach, you're maybe a mile off from it now, kind of still keeping to rocks and such to kind of hide your approach. You can see that the plateau itself is probably only not much taller than the actual entrance to the cave, Go ahead, everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
Well, I'm rolling so good.
Great. So with a 25, Adis, you are the first to spot this. You can see that there are a couple figures by the mouth of the cave. And not only that, there's also like 5-foot tall stones or humanoid height stones. They're about as tall as the figures that seem to be sticking up near the mouth of the cave. It appears that these figures are on watch to you. And Spoot, you notice them too, but Adis, you can see that there's not just there's also a really big snake with them. Not the size of the one that was saddled. And you can see that these individuals, even though you're far off, you are able to deduce with your enhanced vision now that these individuals are much like the ones that were helping the guy that had 2 snake arms. They seem mostly human in form, but you can see the sun glinting off of scales off of certain parts of their body.
Those are really hard to kill.
Yeah, maybe we should circle up top of the plateau and trap them.
I got an idea.
Yes?
I can make a rock make a sound. And then maybe they'll leave. Some of them.
Should we try that from the top of the plateau?
You could chuck the rock. I don't know.
I mean, you're still like a mile away, so.
Okay, I don't need to whisper.
I mean, Adis saw all this detail because of his ridiculous perception check. So.
Right.
I mean, I didn't add a D4 to that, so I can make it even more ridiculous if you want me to.
I mean, there's not much more you could learn, to be honest with you.
I mean, if we're just looking to create a distraction, I can always.
Okay, for the extra one, I'll tell you. There's also a big pile of bones off of one side of the entrance. There, that's what you get.
There's I see.
Bones.
Okay. I also see some bones, so maybe they recently ate. Why don't we go to the top of the peak or the plateau quietly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so everybody can go ahead and make some stealth rolls.
Oh, no.
19.
Cool.
I'm going to give myself guidance on this one.
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
Well, I don't need it, but I've already made the decision.
All right. Yeah, great. So for the most part, you are all able to move very quietly, and as a group, you move very quickly and very quietly, and kind of get yourself set up on top from around this platform. It takes you about an hour and a half to get off and around and come back and approach the direction. As you get up there, you can see that there are quite a few snakes up here. Just small, regular, like tiny snakes. They're not around you, but you can see them kind of clustered around the edge of the of where the cave entrance was compared to the plateau. And now that you're actually on the plateau, I will say that you think the plateau itself is probably about 15 feet higher than the ground. So it's the entrance to the cave probably either goes straight a little ways and then proceeds down, or proceeds down very quickly. Or it's just a low cave.
To clear these snakes, can Carolee turn into a mongoose?
Checking.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can turn into a mongoose.
I think you can turn into a weasel, which is
No.
close enough. So
Yeah, so I don't get a mountain goose.
Well, just use weasel stats.
I mean, it would be a weasel, which I think you could turn into.
Yes, I can turn into either a regular or a giant weasel.
Giant mongoose.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with snakes no more.
Yeah. So you all, and they're not like around you. They're kind of stationed around, like the rim that is leading to the cave, and it's very warm and it's very sunny.
How wide is this cave?
The cave was I mean, you can't see it because you're like behind it and coming in from an angle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
You're up top already.
yeah, you are above the cave and coming from where the entrance of the cave would be, that direction. You know that the plateau forms like a bit of a crescent circle, and the cave is in the apex of that circle. And you are coming perpendicular to that apex.
I didn't do well in geometry.
No problem.
Apexes.
No problem. I will position you all real quick and then show you more or less what it looks like.
We like pictures.
Yeah, no problem. So this is what you all see. So you know that somewhere over here is the entrance to the cave mouth. And as you are approaching, it is time for you to make your plans. And as you do so, that is where we will pick up next week on our next episode of Nuuli Forged.
I actually have a really fun idea.
Excellent.
good.
I love that.
Dance off.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm dancing, dummy.
Yeah. Well done, guys. Well done, everybody. Seriously. That cactus thing was really more of a, if they actually like go up to it, it'll do something, but you guys did. It was, I didn't think anybody was going to, but that was a tough thing, and yeah.
It hurt a lot.
It did. And then you antagonized one of the guardians that had its own plans, so.
But antagonized how?
I'm still a little confused how I antagonized it, to be honest.
You cast a spell on it, and it knew
I mean,
that
I
you
guess
did it.
there's-
From my
Yeah.
point of view, taking that, it was less casting a spell and more like
Sure, it wasn't
I
casting a spell, but
like-
it was invoking divinity and creating a wave
Fraying.
of divinity shoot out. That's kind of,
The
however
undead
however
are
you
not
want
real
to
big on
flavor it.
divinity.
I don't know. I've never used it. I mean, and as
Yeah.
a character, as a cleric, I've never used it before either. So that was
Yeah,
my
no,
first.
I mean, it creates something that undead are afraid of, and so they attempt to run away. That's the idea of it. So it felt that wash over it. So it knew that somebody did something aggressive towards it, and then it spat a lightning bolt at you.
That hurt too.
Yeah. Got a lot to learn about undead.
Yeah, that thing may have been special. You're not sure, but it seemed to have an identity.
It's like when you find a named boss in a game, you're like, this guy
Yeah.
is-
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh my gosh! Don't fight Kevin. He's horrible. Kevin is so difficult.
Kevin.
But really, well done, everybody. You managed to survive some very harrowing narrow misses there. Really well done. So, good job. Let's go around real quick, say goodbyes. If you want to plug your Instagrams or Twitters or projects or anything you're working on, go ahead. Let's start with Grrrig, with Amber.
Hi. Well, thanks for watching. The usual plug, let's be honest, Story Dice Friend Time podcast. We just released episode 6, technically episode 7, session 6, this past Monday. Monday is the best day. You get
Awesome.
podcasts galore. And you get us on YouTube.
It's true. Mike, take it away.
Yeah, just thank you for watching, guys. Have a good night, a good week. Next.
Okay, Sarah.
Same thing. Nothing much to plug here. Thanks for watching. I'm glad to be back. Missed you guys.
All right. Tanner, where can people find you if you want them to?
No.
No.
That's totally okay.
Don't call me.
No,
I'll call you.
I won't. That's the thing. Don't call me. I won't call you.
Don't call me. I won't call you. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Awesome. Matt.
Yes, thanks for watching. I'll plug away also. Story Dice Friend Time, Mid-Level Adventurers, and of course Nuuli Forged. You should check them out. They're really cool. They play every Wednesday at 7 Eastern Time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. I am Jared. I have been your Dungeon Master here on Nuuli Forged. We're going to raid the DAT network. I never remember how to pronounce that. The DAT network. But thank you all for watching. Please check us out on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram at Nuuli Forged. By all means, come back next week. Matt and I have a podcast, Mid-Level Adventurers. Feel free to check that out. It drops new episodes on Mondays along with Story Dice Friend Time. And until then, we'll see you next week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great night. And goodbye.
Bye.
Peace.
Monday, Monday, Monday!
Monday.